We need to focus on being the best across the state and not dwelling on who claims credit.
That was Governor Snyder talking about his plan for Michigan in his first State of the State address last night, and a big topic for the governor was revenue sharing. Revenue sharing has cost the city of Grand Rapids a lot of money over the past decade, but city officials are praising Governor Snyder's ideas and his plan outlined last night. Joining us live in studio, Grand Rapids City Manager Greg Sundstrom. Greg, thanks for your time tonight.
Sure.
$100 million lost over the last 10 years. Revenue sharing is such a big topic. What did you like in particular that you heard last night?
Well, primarily the governor, in running for election in his inaugural speech and then again last night, talked about the importance of the urban agenda. In March, he's coming out with a complete agenda, we're told, and we can't wait to see it. We haven't seen a focus on our cities, and let me remind you, 82% of all Michiganders live in our cities. We haven't seen that focus in 20 years, and we're excited that this governor understands the importance of cities.
The city of Grand Rapids has been ahead of the curve in this kind of idea. I know that you have been behind some initiatives in consolidating city services within the city itself. The governor last night was talking about consolidating services regionally.
Yeah.
That's the next step, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it's not the solution to all of our problems, but it is a huge tool that we need to take advantage of. In Grand Rapids, we have done a lot of this already. We recently consolidated our dispatch operations with the city of Wyoming and lowered our costs by 20% and improved our service. And we're currently in talks with the city of Kentwood and the city of Wyoming to talk about consolidating fire departments. Now, this is huge, but I think it's the steps we need to make this a regional government service regionally.
Have you been able to crunch the numbers if you were able to consolidate with some other departments in Kent County, say, for instance? How much money are we talking about?
Well, our general rule of thumb as we're entering these discussions is somewhere between 10 and 20%. And when you're talking about, for instance, our fire department costs the city of Grand Rapids $25 million. So, you know, potentially we could save $2.5 million or more.
That's the argument you're going to have to make to folks, because there's a lot of identity, as we were just talking about, wrapped up in a local fire department. Like you said, they like to see their local community fire department on the 4th of July.
Yeah, well, it's change. It's a different mindset. You know, I think it's possible. I think of the boroughs of New York. There is New York City, but yet if you ask somebody who lives there, I live in Brooklyn, I live in Long Island. So you can still have a local identity, but yet take advantage of being regional, and I think that's how we have to think here in Grand Rapids.
And moving forward, that's going to be the trend, obviously.
Absolutely.
We just can't financially support the way things are going.
We don't have a choice.
No.
Yeah.
Greg Sundstrom, City Manager of Grand Rapids, thanks for your time tonight.